Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimberly Phillips, and I'm a reading specialist at Cowan Heights Elementary School. I'm your MC for this special ceremony. I would like to welcome the Honorable Andrew Furey, Premier of Newfoundland and Labrador, and the Honorable John Haggie, Minister of Education. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to invited guests, administrators, and of course, staff. To begin today, I ask the Honorable Premier to come forward to bring remarks.
Thank you, Kim. And what Kim neglected to tell everybody was she was here yesterday, was it, Kim? Yesterday, receiving, or for recognition of her receipt of the Prime Minister's Award for Teaching Excellence. So, well done, Kim. And I have to tell you, she had a group of kids with her, and she organized them pretty well. I think maybe you should be Speaker of the House of Assembly, maybe. Might work out well. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Congratulations to each of the dedicated teachers here today to receive their Premier's Award for Innovation in Teaching and the Minister's Award for Compassion in Teaching. Two critical ingredients for the future of Newfoundland and Labrador. Minister Haggie and I are honored to recognize the inspirational work by everyone in the teaching profession across our beautiful province and the contributions of our award recipients, specifically today. As a parent with 3 children in school right now, well, maybe they're gone home now, and I know how difficult it has been the last couple of years. I know the stress and strain in the classroom and in the teaching environment, and you truly have been heroes in not only owning that environment, innovating in that environment, and ensuring that our children get the education that they deserve for the future that they own. You shape the future of Newfoundland and Labrador by shaping the lives of our most precious resource, our children. I know my teachers had a huge impact on my life, one of whom is here in the audience today, and I see the same happening with my kids. Today we honor teachers whose innovation, creativity, and compassion are preparing their students, our children, our future, for every success they can possibly obtain, and empowering to do the very best they can in their very day-to-day lives. I know my father was a teacher, and teacher is indeed a calling. And to all of you who have risen to the call, thank you for your service, for your work, most importantly, for your dedication to the future of this place we love so dearly. I recently learned a pretty impressive statistic about teachers, actually. It turns out one teacher will be responsible for educating about 3,000 students. That's an impressive feat. 3,000 students. And I know you'll remember every single one of them when you cross paths with them 20 years later, 30 years later, in the grocery store with their own lives. And that will be your reward as you see the successes that they have achieved for themselves and for others. The future of Newfoundland and Labrador indeed rests in your hands. The young minds entrusted to your care, expertise, and excellence will help pave the way, not only to their individual prosperity, but indeed to the prosperity of Newfoundland and Labrador. I have nothing but confidence in our future when I look out at these teachers in particular and those in the schools today, that I know that they recognize that opportunity afforded to them to educate and create a sustainable future for Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador, as we know, has one of the most educated teacher workforces in the country, and that's something that we all should be incredibly proud of. We also have one of the most creative and compassionate workforces across the country. Thank you for your remarkable dedication, for your commitment to the students, and for your passion for the future of Newfoundland and Labrador. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Premier. If you would like to come forward once again, we'll start the presentation of the Premier's Awards for Teaching Innovation. Before we start, I ask that you please hold applause until the end of the Premier's presentation of awards, As we present each award, we will highlight a few of the key points included in the nomination for each award recipient. Christopher Butler of St. George's Elementary has always created an optimal learning environment that not only promoted academics, but most importantly, the social and emotional well-being of every child in his class. Most recently, Mr. Butler has been the learning resource teacher at the school. At the onset of the pandemic, he assisted in training all staff at school with the Google platform as teachers and students switched to a digital world. Mr. Butler created learning videos and documents for families and students to help them through the process of digitally meeting with teachers. Congratulations, Mr. Christopher Butler. Megan Heath of École, Rocher has used technology as a learning and accelerator tool so our students can demonstrate their interest, talents, and strengths. Madame Heath encourages them to go beyond what they do daily, and that's why she used technology in her courses, such as science. She consistently engages students in projects where they have a choice and their own voice. For example, grade 8 students printed 3D figures of their own creations. And during the winter of 2022, students also engaged in a podcast creation project while schools were closed due to COVID-19. Congratulations, Madame Megan Heath. Stephanie Hodder of École Loughlin Elementary is described as a teacher at her school with an innovative approach to teaching and learning, while sharing her lessons and tech knowledge with her fellow teachers. Ms. Hodder has embraced the use of technology in her classroom. Tools that are staples in her classroom are the green screen, microbits, and laptops, so students can complete STEM activities. Students collaborate, communicate, and problem solve to present on a regular basis. Congratulations, Ms. Stephanie Hodder. Jeffrey Locke of Holy Spirit High School teaches creative writing and science. Mr. Locke believes that using varied digital technologies can help students construct their own meaningful learning events. Much experimentation in his science class is completed using Werner LabQuest technology. As part of an ecology study, students surveyed the school's duck pond and Manuel's River, collecting water samples using flow rate meters to study the environment and become stewards in their community. Congratulations to Mr. Jeffrey Locke. James Locke of Mount Pearl Senior High is known for thinking outside of the box. He teaches social studies and adjusted quickly when COVID-19 closed schools. Mr. Locke shifted to teaching through Google Classroom and ensured students had ample time to complete assignments and submit them day or night. For the past 17 years, he has taken students to Kill Devil Campground in Gross Moor National Park, as Mr. Locke believes the world is our classroom. He says students learn best from their surroundings and the people that live there. Congratulations, Mr. James Locke. Michelle Maracle of J.R. Smallwood Middle School has embraced the use of virtual classrooms with students. She is a proponent of social emotional learning and checking in with students on a regular basis. This was evident during times of remote learning where she incorporated SEL activities into her daily lessons that engaged her students. Ms. Maracle has posted the question of sustainability to her students and how it can affect their lives and what they could do to be part of the solution. They noticed a lot of items going into their garbage that could be reused. This led to a class project of running a recycling program for the school year. Bins were placed around the school to collect single-use plastic containers to be recycled, and they visited the recycling location to see the process in action. Students were able to show their critical thinking and creativity when developing the plan for the program. Miss Michelle Maracle. Whitney Pye of St. Mary's All Grade uses technology at every opportunity in her classes. She is the go-to person for tech at their school. Ms. Pye has incorporated the use of 3D printers with her students by creating 3D printable mascots using design software. Students are taught to use 3D geometry to create a virtual image, which would be used to show students how to print a physical version. Ms. Pye is from Mary's Harbour and realized the possibilities of teaching students to be able to design and create items that might not be available locally or may require time to arrive if ordered. She also recognizes that not all students want to use a 3D printer, so she pivots and becomes the shop teacher, demonstrating how to use tools to create wooden carvings. Congratulations, Ms. Whitney. Ashley Sheppard of École CC Loughlin has been using Minecraft education for several years to enhance her science structures unit. Students must use Minecraft to design a structure or building that incorporates the elements of a building as they learn in science. Students also design a structure collaboratively in small groups to withstand the effects of a hurricane-force wind. Ms. Sheppard used a variety of technology for her Genius Hour projects. Students in a grade 3 classroom chose a passion project, interest project, and plan and research using technology and Google Slides. Some projects include birdhouses, 3D printing, sewing, stop motion animation, how to build to and learn robotics. Congratulations, Ms. Ashley Sheppard. Thank you, Premier. Congratulations to this year's 2022 Premier's Award for Teaching Innovation recipients. Before we move on to the Minister of Education's awards for compassion in teaching, I ask Minister Haggie to come forward to say a few words.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I, too, congratulate the winners of the Premier's Awards and Kim as well for your achievement with the Prime Minister's Award recently. It's great to be here today in this capacity to award education awards for compassion in teaching. It's an award that recognizes inspirational, compassionate teachers. And the Premier referenced inspiration. I can recall high school teachers, elementary school teachers, and even postgrad teachers who have influenced me. And the effect that you have is really quite remarkable over the years. This recognizes all the way through from kindergarten to secondary. They go above and beyond supporting the social, emotional, and mental health of their students, their colleagues as well, and the community of the school, which is something I think we don't talk about enough sometimes. Particularly relevant as we come out of the pandemic and the stresses of COVID. Those who will receive their awards this afternoon were nominated by either their peers, by their students, or the parents of their students. And that alone speaks volumes to how they got here. We all know that teaching doesn't stop at the classroom door. It spills out onto the corridors, into extracurricular activities, sports, and right out of the school itself, because the school as a community is part of the larger community in which it lives. But empathy, compassion, and understanding are key connecting skills that we probably need more of. And sometimes the importance of those human skills really gets overlooked. But we know that's kind of part of the secret sauce that makes a good teacher really great. So it's wonderful that we're actually here to gather, to recognize these achievements, because we're not very good, I think, as a province sometimes at celebrating the things we actually do really well. So as we in the department are looking to try and change things, to improve things for students, we'll be looking to you and the skills that you represent to help us do that. We only succeed if our students succeed, and we succeed by all working together. So I want to thank you here today, the recipients, their supporters, the principals, the administrators who've come to say hi and well done. So thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Minister. I'll ask you to remain at the podium for the presentation of awards. As before, please hold your applause to the end. Laura Dawn Ankantuk of Jens Haven Memorial Primary School couldn't join us here today. She has many roles in her school, including administrator, school-based reading specialist, and instructional resource teacher. However, each and every day she takes on many other roles to support students, including mentor and someone to turn to for advice. She is actively involved in many school committees while volunteering her time helping other committees reach their goals. She is described as always being there to assist, no matter what the task, and tries to make the school a more welcoming, safe, and inclusive place for everyone. Ms. Angatuk works tirelessly to ensure everyone, including her students and staff at Jens Haven Primary, are reaching their full potential. Congratulations, Ms. Laura Dawn Angatuk. Nancy Boutin of École Boreal is known for giving freely of her time for many extracurricular activities, and began a breakfast program in the school in May 2022, in which parents helped in providing breakfast to students 3 times a week. Madame Boutin's nomination application describes her as the mother of the school. She maintains a solid link to her former students and also acts as a mentor to colleagues who are new to teaching. Students are engaged in her classes and have an opportunity to grow in an environment which allows them to make their own choices and their own mistakes. Congratulations, Madame Nancy Boutin. Mark Bradbury of Templeton Academy is described as always developing ways to attack a problem to overcome a barrier. Mr. Bradbury most recently took on the role of instructional resource teacher, and the person who nominated him for this award highlighted a true connection he has with his student with autism. The programming he provides gives the student the opportunity to excel and succeed. Mr. Bradbury's innovations include a school radio station to give the student a voice, allowing him to connect with his peers and improve his verbal skills. Field trips to places that fuel his imagination, and interest in outdoor activities to in-class music jam sessions. Congratulations, Mr. Mark Bradbury. Paula Bradbury of Corner Brook Regional High is described as having extraordinary compassion for students with exceptionalities as she goes above and beyond to provide them with a safe and inclusive environment. Teachers go to Ms. Bradbury on a daily basis for help with problem-solving issues in their classrooms to make student and teacher experiences more positive. Ms. Bradbury is described as a people solver and takes difficult situations and turns them into positive situations for all involved. She is always calm, approachable, and compassionate, and open to all points of view. Congratulations, Ms. Paula Bradbury. Megan Devereaux of St. Matthew's School is an instructional resource teacher who is described as always putting her students first. She has created a warm and welcoming environment for her students to feel safe and comfortable when they come to school. She is an advocate for her students and their families and has gone above and beyond on countless occasions. For example, Ms. Devereaux recently applied for and received $10,000 of active Newfoundland funding from the Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts and Recreation to complete playground updates, which will help the school build a new sensory station that will include outdoor musical instruments, a sensory garden box, and a shaded area. Congratulations, Ms. Megan Devereaux. Stephanie Gillis of Holy Heart High School puts a specific focus on vulnerable and at-risk students in the school community in her role as instructional resource teacher and a past teacher or positive action for student success. She is a champion for students in the building and always approaches situations with a student-focused lens. Ms. Gillis is on-the-go person to connect with when they need help. This might come in the form of academic interventions, a pep talk, or problem solving. She is a safe place for many students to go on days when they struggle. She always finds a way to help and leave her students feeling better, and often involves having a laugh or a smile. Congratulations, Ms. Stephanie Gillis. Holly Healy of Holy Cross Elementary is a guidance counselor and is described as going above and beyond to ensure everyone feels well loved, appreciated, and important. Ms. Healy also leads the GSA Club, the Gender and Sexuality Alliance. She helps students be themselves, work together on special projects, and promote inclusion and understanding. Ms. Healy organizes initiatives that create a space of acceptance and belonging. For example, establishing a rainbow crosswalk near the front entrance of the school, hiring a painter to complete a mural in the main corridor, and proudly hanging the rainbow flag. Congratulations to Ms. Holly Healy. Bernita Hickey Rideout of St. Joseph's All Grade couldn't be here with us today. She is described as a champion for student expression, student-driven empowerment, and inclusion. As a result of her guidance, students at the school have created positive change, such as adding gender-neutral bathrooms, adding a chill zone where students can go to desensitize or relax, the creation of a student lounge and workout room, and an outdoor classroom. These initiatives were driven by the guidance of Miss Hickey Rideout. Students know that Miss Hickey Rideout comes to school every day to improve the lives of students, and it starts with social and emotional learning. Congratulations, Miss Bernita Hickey Rideout. Donna House Windsor of Elizabeth Park Elementary is described as leading by example. She is a compassionate listener, reserves no judgment, and has a desire to make a positive difference. Miss House Windsor has been involved in several emotional learning and development opportunities for students. For example, she has been involved in the Roots of Empathy as an instructor and presenter, Youth Climate Action with Conservation Corps, and student extracurricular activities after school. Her leadership was highlighted recently in a school song released called Just Be You. This project, completed by grade 5 students, provided them the opportunity to work with a local musician to create the lyrics and produce the song themed around accepting and celebrating who you are. Congratulations, Ms. Donna House Windsor. Dwayne Kilfoy of Donaldson C. Jameson Academy is an instructional resource teacher and is recognized for his ability to build a sense of connection with the students who need it most. He is described as knowing what a student needs following an evaluation and the best way to provide instructional resources for each individual. Mr. Kilfoy demonstrates leadership by going the extra mile to explore different learning options for students. He is also the coordinator of the school breakfast program and has engaged students to become involved in the recycling program. Through this initiative, they raised enough money to purchase an indoor saucer swing to put in the sensory room for students to use when they can't get outside. Congratulations, Mr. Dwayne Kilfoy. Thank you, Minister. Congratulations to the 2022 Minister of Education Award recipients. Thank you, and that concludes our ceremony. We have a few refreshments if you'd like to enjoy those while you mingle and offer your own congratulations to our honored teachers. I ask Premier Fury, Minister Haggie, and recipients to come forward.